young hockey players are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. The coaches have accepted the challenge of teaching the skills of this great game. The officials have been assigned to administer the rules of the game. Their training, experience, and integrity qualify them for their role. On behalf of Hockey Nova Scotia and Hockey Canada, enjoy the efforts of all the players. Please respect your team staff, your fellow fans, the opponents, and the officials. And best of luck to both teams, and enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2026 Hockey Nova Scotia Day of Champions. First, we're going to meet the Harbor Wings. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'm asking that the police rise to begin your head bearer for the play of our national anthem.
Good morning, folks, and welcome inside the Rec Center here in Toronto, Nova Scotia, as we get set for day 2 of Day of Champions here on High Button Sports. I'm Lone Carruthers, and thank you for tuning in here as we get set for U13AA finals between the Cole Harbour Wings and the Pictou County Crushers. Starting in net for the Pictou County Crushers, number 1, Grayson Chaisson, and in between the pipes for the Cole Harbour Wings, number 29, Joshua Hall, as they'll get the nods here for the championship game as we get set for action. It's going to be Rowan Chisholm and Should Dice on the opening draw here to start this one off, and we're underway here in the Rath Community Center in Truro, Nova Scotia. Day 2 of championship play here in Truro, as we saw a few champions crowned yesterday. Here's a chance for Chisholm. Stick lifted, knocked away from him. To the point, Hampton tried to hold. It goes back in, but Christie out to the neutral zone. He'll take it. Hampton on the turnover, back in. Hampton trying to make his way in there, and an opening save for Joshua Hall off of Chisholm, who broke through the forecheck. There's some contact in the neutral zone. U13 action, no contact, but it is Championship Sunday, so I'm guessing the referee's going to let them play this one out. Cross-ice pass picked off, going to be offside there as Dean's forced to tag back up for the Wings. Here's Pelly on the attack for the County Crushers. Pelly to the middle, Pelly, and a great defensive play breaking that up was Carter Beaton. To the wall. Good job by MacArthur to get it down low. Here's Pelly protecting in the corner. Pelly up top. Marr, he'll let a shot go there, and a pad save steering that away was Hall. Down low for MacArthur. Into the corner, MacArthur centering out in front. That one intercepted and picked up. Trying to work it up the wall is Crawford. Good pressure, though, by Brett Battis, as Battis will work it down below the goal line. Beaton plays it over for Boone. Boone up the wall, and the Wings will try to work it out. Up the short side here, Gilbert gets the blue. He'll dump it in and peel off for the change. Over to the far side. And on the forecheck, Liam Dean still out there as he's trying to work it down in deep, as a little bit of a back and forth start here. A couple chances for the County Crushers. And Chaisson yet to see his first shot as Pictou controls in their own zone. Up the wall. McGregor had it go under his stick. It's going to go back into the zone. Out front there is that one. Off the end wall, had a chance for the Wings. Centering past Timmins. She'll collect and work it to the half wall. Trying to work it to the middle was McGrath. He'll turn it over, and the Wings control. Up the wall to Cost. In over the line. He looks for an option towards the net, and Chaisson into his chest will hold on for the whistle. That's his first shot he's really seen here in this championship game between the Wings and the Crushers. Pictou, I believe, knocked off Truro in the North Division Championship game to punch their ticket here to Day of Champions. To the point, Nicholson down the wall. They'll play it there, a 2v2 battle in the corner. Christie trying to fish it out. He goes down. It's pushed up to the half wall, centering pass. It's picked off, and McDonald up the other way for Pictou. McDonald, good stick there as Burke will turn it quickly back up for Greer. Greer turns it over just outside the blue line. McDonald, he goes down. He'll try to work it up. Greer, good back check there. We'll send it back into the zone. Pictou looks to advance the puck up through the middle of the ice. It's turned over, but a good forecheck will knock that in deep. Below the goal line, McDonald spinning it out front there, but a good defensive positioning in front by Nicholson. Will take that away. Here's a headman pass for Christie. And over the line, Christie centers out in front. Here's a chance for Greer, and he overskated that puck. Back the other way, Pictou will turn it up ice. It's turned over. The Wings look to get back on the attack as that was a good chance, but Greer just unable to handle that puck as here's Pelly back in over the line. It's going to be offside, though, as he got pushed back at the Wings' blue line to center ice. Turned over. Back to Pictou County Crushers on the attack. Trying to split through. Here's a chance. And Avery just had it pushed too far away from him as it's turned back here. The Wings through the neutral zone. That pass out of the reach of the man there and turn back. Quickly up ahead though, and that'll get dumped in by Dean as it's sent in. Avery back for it. He'll play it up the wall. Timmins touched it, tried to slow it down, was unable to. It's back in the neutral zone. The Wings will dump it right back in deep. Noseworthy on the forecheck. Hampton's going to play it over for McDonald under his stick to the point. A shot there, tipped, and Grayson Chasson finds the rebound and holds on for the whistle as it got tipped on in front of him, but Chasson sharply makes the save, finds the rebound, and holds on as it'll be a defensive zone draw. It's going to be Timmins against Noseworthy on the draw. To the wall. It'll be chipped in deep by the Wings as they look to establish a little bit of O-zone time now as it's chipped up the wall, trying to center as that puck will be moved here by McGrath. McGrath for Timmins. Timmins, she'll cut middle, go down. She's going to draw a penalty as Janes picks up the loose puck. Janes protecting out wide, kicks it back for Marr at the point. Marr, his shot, poked away by the stick in front there. Now a centering pass. Here's a chance. Clear back outside of the zone, and the Pictou County Crushers with the extra attacker as Chasson to the bench. Delayed call upcoming as Timmins drew the, I believe it's going to be a tripping call as she has the puck now through the neutral zone. She'll work it in, down in below the goal line. Lucia Timmins, she'll take a bump there. As she goes down, a delayed call upcoming. It looks like it's going to be the first power play of the game, and it's going to go to Pictou on the hook or the trip, one of the two. But Lucia Timmins drawing the call. 2 for the trip as top power play unit out now, I'm guessing, as Chisholm out to take the draw. Pictou getting the first man advantage of the game. Chisholm to take the draw. He'll face off against Should-Dice. Back for Bailey. Bailey off the end wall. He'll play it down below the goal line. McDonald protects as he goes against his counter-numerical partner in Nash Burke. And now the Wings up through the neutral zone. It's chipped in, and Should-Dice is going to chase it down. Should-Dice trying to work it out in the feet there of the captain for the Pictou County squad in Sam Hampton. He'll center for Chisholm. Chisholm up through the neutral zone. He'll work it in over the line. Rowan Chisholm still with it. A shot there. That one steered just wide. Clearing attempt held in by Hampton. Hampton looking for an option to the net. Waits. He'll pull it outside. Now spin back up top. He'll walk the line for Bailey. Bailey, he'll let a shot go. He scores! Bailey from the point opens the scoring for the Pictou County Crushers here in Truro on Championship Sunday. Owen Bailey with the first goal of the game, and it's a big one on the power play as the Pictou County Crushers on the board here in the first period with a power play goal. Great patience at the point by the captain, Hampton, to allow that play to develop on the power play, and a good start here for Pictou, drawing the call, and a nice shot from Bailey at the point. A seeing eye shot found its way through, and just like that, we have our first goal of the game and the first lead of this one. It's to the blue line. The Wings will turn it over. Chipped up to the neutral zone, quickly picked up, and it's going to be wheeled over the line. Poked off the stick of the man there as beaten towards the net. That one deflected wide, down low. Trying to look for an option out is Greenwood. There's a chance there. Trying to work it off. A sharp angle shot. Boone holds the line. Cycled back down low as Gilbert gets tied up with Baptist. Baptist off of his stick. Gilbert able to keep it in. Good job supporting above the puck there was Dean. Is back the other way. Here's MacArthur. Smart play. Greta MacArthur one-hands that in. She'll peel off for the change, and that'll allow Timmins to get in on the forecheck. To the far side. Chipped out of the zone by Sheffer. To the far side. It's quickly moved up for Timmins. At the blue line, she turns it over. And back the other way, here's Noseworthy. In over the line for the Wings. Noseworthy caught up there with Bailey, the goal scorer here so far, the lone goal scorer for the Pictou County Crushers. Has them up 1 on the power play here in the opening period. Is McGrath. He bobs his way in over the line. He'll chip it to the wall, trying to get it in deep. It's turned over and back the wings into the neutral zone. Bailey to it first. The goal scorer, as mentioned, will spin out to the outside, quickly move it up the wall, intended for James, couldn't connect, as Glover will work it D to D, quickly up the wall, out of the reach of one, but the wings here back on the attack, trying to work it through is Greer. Greer lets a shot go and a save by Chasson. Sheffer trying to work it up to the point, turns it over, and McGrath will go one-on-one to the outside. On King, McGrath has a step, a shot there, and that one steered just wide. Chisholm in on the forecheck. He tries to get that loose puck. McDonald trying to fish it out as Hampton steps in. Hampton is going to have to get back now as Christie works it through the neutral zone. Turns over right on the stick of McDonald. He quickly works it back in over the line. To the outside, Sam McDonald in the corner. Looking for an option. He's pinned up there. He'll flip it up, trying to shuffle it out. That centering pass goes through everyone and back into the neutral zone. Hampton back for the County Crushers. Will quickly move it up ahead, and they're right back in on the attack. Here's McDonald once again. Centers, trying to connect with Chisholm. Couldn't. It's Chisholm now out of the corner, centering, and it's picked off. Christie back into the neutral zone. 1-on-3, Christie to center. He'll dump it in and peel back for the change, as that'll activate Greer in on the forecheck. Pictou County controlling the play here in the early goings of this one as they have a 1-goal lead. As it's turned back here as the shots 5-4 in favor of the County Crushers as it's worked in by Pelly for MacArthur. MacArthur centered out in front. Couldn't connect. Centering there off the far side. The County Crushers look for another goal. Here's a shot there and a big save from number 29, Joshua Hall. Hall pushing out, making himself as big as he can. That shot found its way to the chest, and he held on for the whistle. Face-off going to go to his glove side. Look, it's going to be Greenwood in to take it against Pelly. Greenwood, I believe, the son of Truro Bearcats coach John Greenwood, former Halifax Moose head coach, as well as I believe he's in attendance here this morning. Is an early morning game, 9 a.m. start here as Battis over the line, leaves it for Pelly in an offside call. That one a little bit delayed there, but nonetheless just offside as Pelly thought he could pick it up and move it in himself. Line changes for both teams as Timmins right back out to take the draw. Timmins snaps that to the wall on her backhand. James trying to get it in deep. It's turned back here by the wings. Bailey in the neutral zone. Up for Timmins. Timmins trying to kick it to the outside. Man goes down as he stepped on the puck there. Turnover. A shot there from McGrath and blocked away by Hall. Bailey, good hold at the line as it was on the blue line as he held it in. Beaten for the wings, trying to play it up the wall. Timmins got a stick on it to disrupt that as it's turned back here, and the wings elect to chip it out into the neutral zone once again. Bailey controlling quickly up the wall. James got a stick on it but couldn't control. It's chipped back here to Cost. Through the neutral zone to Cost for Noseworthy. Good forecheck by Noseworthy. He centered out in front. What a save by Chasson. Another one. Both off the pads. One right, then the left. Both kicking out that puck, and now his squad goes back the other way. McGrath creates time for himself, trying to work it to the middle of the ice. McGrath lost in his feet, picked up. Avery trying to work it in. McGrath on the loose one. He lets a shot go. That one steered away by Hall. Controlled and quickly moved up for DeCoste. The wings looking to get out. It's turned over. Chisholm. He'll push that puck in down below the goal line. Glover behind his net. He'll reverse. It's picked up and Shoodice chips it up. The man there is going to be Christie. Up for Shoodice. Good give and go there is Shoodice with some speed. He's going to go wide. Around Hampton, below the goal line. Shoodice centered out in front off the body of Chisholm, and a pad save there. Good job by Chasson. Centered. Trying to work it in. Here's McKay. McKay protects, stops up, drops. Chisholm trying to get it back. It's turned over, and the wings look to get it out. Hampton steps up, keeps it just outside the line as Hampton. Now we'll work it in on his backhand, spinning away from pressure. Hampton lets a shot go over to the far side and wide as here's McDonald. He'll cycle it down low, trying to connect with McKay below the goal line. McKay, I think, just a little bit excited there, looked up. Puck bounced off the boards weirdly and past McKay. It's going to be worked up here for Christie, and the wings look to work it out. Through the middle of the ice, off the stick, and over to the far side. DeVorge steps up. It's chipped past him. Up to the blue line. Baptist couldn't control, and it's back. Here comes the Pictou County squad is McDonald. In over the line, McDonald. Nice move to the outside, but it rolls into the corner. McDonald centered out in front, trying to connect with MacArthur. And she was parked out there as it's worked up here by the wings. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. It's going to be Greenwood. And over the line, Greenwood shot there is blocked. Down below, Greenwood trying to wrap around attempt, trying to shove it home. There's a puck still loose as there was space there. To the point, Nicholson. He'll work it D to D. A shot from distance and into the chest of Chaisson for a whistle. A little bit of pushing and shoving as both men are going to go. It's going to be Gilbert headed to the box with Evan Marr as they got in a little bit of a tussle after the whistle from the point shot from Burke. And we're going to have 5-on-5 both for roughing on the play. So no one penalized. They'll stay 5-on-5 here. Only 2.5 minutes remaining here in the opening period of play. Still just the one goal on the board for the Pictou County squad. It was a power play goal off the stick of Owen Bailey. He's out there now as Pelly will chip that up the wall. Played up smartly as another shot there from the point is wide though as Bailey on the rebound off the end wall. Plays it up. Nice centering feed for Pelly through the neutral zone. It's going to be worked here. Nice move by Pelly. Jaden Pelly trying to work it through is out there. Battis trying to clear it back to the point. It's turned over. Chipped up by Dice as he'll pressure that puck. Sorry, that was noseworthy. It's turned back over though. Here comes MacArthur with Pelly. Timmins is going to come off the bench and join the rush. Centering out in front. Pelly trying to jam it home, and a nice save by Hall, who holds on for the whistle. Try to get a update on the goal for you. Who got the assist? I believe it was Hampton, and the second one's going to go to number 11, Kean McKay. So 10, 11, and 12 connecting on the opening goal for the Pictou County Crushers. As here's a turnover. Timmins, she'll push it down low, trying to work it in front. Christie gets it played up the wall for him as Janes is all over him. Like a dog on the bone, pounding that forecheck is the Pictou County squad. Doing a great job here, sustaining offensive zone pressure. Here's a point shot, and Hall finds it with the glove, and he'll hold on for the whistle. As Timmins was there looking for the rebound, Lucia Timmins trying to capitalize on something off the body or something close in tight. But Joshua Hall said, no, not today, or not right now at least, as he holds on for the whistle. It's going to be one back. Shadice into the corner. He'll play it around for Christie. Shadice from Christie will send that through the middle. Christie knocked it down with his glove inside his own zone. No hand pass is Glover. He'll rim that round in his own zone. Behind his net, King. Pressured by Timmins. Poked away from him as King will play it over though as he's stuck with it. Christie centered up through. Turned over McGrath. He'll let a distance shot go. Bouncing puck there. And maybe a little bit of baseball skills if he plays baseball coming in handy there on the bouncer from McGrath. He'll hold on, not allowing any rebounds. As another offensive zone draw here for Pictou. This time it's going to be Chisholm out to take it, as it looks like it's going to be Greenwood. He'll win that back to his defenseman. King up to the point, not out though, as it's sent back in deep. Below the goal line, Glover. To it, he's pressured by McKay, who has an assist in this game, as Kean McKay centered out in front, bouncing puck still there, clear back, and DeVorge is going to elect to back off here. Is under half a minute now remaining. DeCoste trying to go wide on DeVorge, good stick there, breaking it up. Greenwood following it up with a drive, just wide, down low. DeCoste centered out in front, broken up by Chisholm. Greenwood trying to keep it down in the slot area. It's turned back here with 10 seconds or so remaining on the clock. McKay couldn't control it cleanly in the wings. Nicholson will clear it all the way down past Bailey. No icing. Oh, it will be, as I thought Bailey could have potentially played it. And the players out of the box here with 3.4 seconds remaining. Gilbert is going to join his team, and Evan Marr is going to be placed back on the ice here for the remainder of the period. Back to 5-on-5. Gilbert now will also join back out there. As 3 seconds remaining here in the first. Pelly on the draw. We'll see if he can't push it forward. On the draw there, it's tied up towards the net, and Burke's going to play it into the corner. And that's going to do it here for the opening 15 minutes. A power play goal is the lone goal here so far. At the Day of Champions, the Pictou County Crushers with a 1-goal lead heading into the second period. We'll be back here live on High Button Sports in about 30 seconds time. And welcome back here, folks, to the 2025-2026 Day of Champions here in Toronto, Nova Scotia, as we get set for second period of action between the Cole Harbour Wings and the Pictou County Crushers. It's going to be Nicholson to take the draw. Noseworthy, he'll win that back for the Wings as the Wings look to respond here in the second period as a power play goal. The lone goal here so far, as that's the man who scored it in Owen Bailey. It's work D to D, trying to work it in. Reinhold turns it over, back the other way. Noseworthy trying to get a step on Bailey. Good stick lift there. He'll turn it over. Out in front, trying to connect there with the Koss. It's turned over, and out comes Pelly for the County Crushers. Pelly trying to chip it around the man there. Good defensive play by Burke. He'll play it into the neutral zone. Onto the stick of Sam Hampton. Just work back the other way. Reinhold trying to work it out. It's towards the middle. Hampton up the middle for McGrath. McGrath for Timmins through the neutral zone. Timmins, nice move to the outside, now to the middle. Timmins had it knocked away from her. Nice play there to move it to the outside. Shadice has Christie with him. Shadice pulling, shooting, that one wide. On the rebound off the end wall is Christie to the point. Boone. And too many players on the ice for Cole Harbour. And Pictou County is going to head back to the power play. As a little bit of confusion between Nicholson and I think Beaton, who's going to head over to serve the too many players on the ice call. So a second power play is going to go to Pictou on a self-inflicted one. As a too many men on the ice call. And an unfortunate break for the Cole Harbour Red Wings, who trying to get back in this one. Shots now tied up at 8 apiece, but the Pictou County Crushers are going to have the man advantage for about 2 minutes or less. See if they can't capitalize and extend their lead to 2 as King out now off the bench. A late change is going to force Shadice out as Greer in to take it. Shadice, he'll chip and chase. Good speed here as Shadice trying to get a step on Hampton. He will. To it first is Shadice. Down low, looking for an option. He'll play it over for Greer. Greer on the half wall, cycling it down low. Bailey tried to jump on it. Overskates it out in front for Greer, and it's turned back the other way. Here comes Janes with McGrath and Timmins. 3-on-2. McGrath for Timmins. Overskates it, and Greer on the turnover will get it back and send it all the way down. He'll peel off for the change. Christie into forecheck. He gets to it first. Good forecheck there by Lewis Christie as out Hampton comes with the puck. Trying to center it across on a sauce off a stick, and Christie will dump it back down. Christie, a familiar name here inside the Truro rink, is Jacob Christie. Played for the Truro Junior A Bearcats for a few years. Now playing for the Truro senior team, who had just won a senior championship in the Paul Hollingsworth Cup on Monday, as I'm sure they'll have a celebration this weekend for the Truro senior team as it's played around to the wall here for Avery. Avery down low. The County Crushers set up on the power play. McDonald makes a move, turns it over. That one cleared away to the wall for Avery. He'll push it down in below the goal line. Chisholm centered out in front, trying to work it out. I believe there was number 11, Kean McKay, down low, taking his time. It's going to be McKay to the point for McDonald. Back for McKay. A one-timer drive, rebound off the pad. And it's held on to. Is a little bit of more pushing and shoving after the whistle as the goalie, Joshua Hall, has a word there for Chisholm after making the save and finding the rebound. He'll hold on. "13 seconds remaining on the power play for the Pictou County Crushers. A good start to the power play, or penalty kill for the Wings. They killed it off in fashion of dumping the puck out and forechecking in the offensive zone. As here's a chance for Avery at tight, a save, and Hall finds the rebound and holds on for the whistle. 5 seconds now remaining as the Wings almost got ahead of themselves there on the turnover. And it almost cost them a goal, but Joshua Hall standing tall. Here, that was his 10th shot he's seen as Greenwood on the draw. He'll lose that. It's Pelly winning it back for Avery. Avery centered up to the point. That one's going to be out, and it's going to force Pictou back into the neutral zone. Avery on the D-to-D pass. He'll work it right back over. Marr up ahead, and here comes Pelly. Over the line. Pelly toe drag to the middle. Pelly to the outside, ran out of room. Oh, he scored from the behind the net. Pelly banks it off of Joshua Hall and in. As I thought he ran out of room, but he did not. And Jaden Pelly gives the Pictou County Crushers a 2-goal lead here in the second period. Just as the penalty expired, they went back to 5-on-5. And the Pictou County Crushers, neutral zone, quickly back up on transition. And I thought Pelly had ran out of room. He somehow found a way to bank it off of the goaltender Hall, and into the back of the net it goes. And a 2-goal lead here, this one full strength. And this time it's going to be a forward in there getting a point. I believe the assists are going to go to McGrath and Evan Marr. As here's a chance for the Wings to try to cut the lead in half as Nothersy goes down, and it'll be quickly transitioned here. McGrath up over the line. He'll pull, he'll shoot, and it's blocked by King. Down low, Timmins spins away from one. Timmins for McGrath, a chance there. That one off the side of the net, and the Wings try to transition quickly, over skating that. Trying to work it out was Sugar Ice. He'll chip it up as here's a chance. Sheffer to the outside. He's going to draw a penalty, and now the Wings are going to get on the power play. We're going to see the first power play for the Cole Harbour Wings in this one as a slashing call. It's going to go against the Pictou County squad, and it looks like it's going to be Reinhold to the box for the slash. It's Wiley Reinhold off for 2 or less, and the first power play of the game is going to go, the first power play of the game for Cole Harbour is going to be in the second period. As a shot there is blocked off the skate to the far side. That'll be sent back down low for Christie. The Wings look to set up a drive there, looking back door, and what a feed. And the Wings bring it back within 1 on a quick power play goal from Greer. Matthew Greer on the backdoor feed, tapping it home. And the Wings responding back with a power play goal of their own. As they get this game back within 1 here in the second period. Still lots of hockey though left as the Pictou County squad looking to answer back and regain that 2-goal lead, but it's turned over, and Greer centered, picked up, Sugar Ice, cut through the middle, he'll split the D, Sugar Ice, scores! He slides it in on his backhand, and just like that, the Cole Harbour Wings tie it up at 2 apiece. 5 minutes into the second period. Back-to-back goals just seconds apart for the Wings. This one is going to be full strength on a great individual effort by Sugar Ice. Sugar Ice with a great move to split through the D, outweighted the goaltender Chasson and slid it in on his backhand, tucked it just inside the post to the glove hand side. Here's a dangerous turnover, McKay, and a glove save by Hall. Slap shot there, blocked by Dean. So Lewis Christie is going to pick up an assist along with Shudaroos on the Greer goal. And so that'll be Shudaroos' second point in the same shift. Here's a chance for Pictou. Rebound loose, and Hall ends up finding it and holding on with the glove. So Shudaroos picking up the assist as well with Lewis Christie on the Greer goal. Try to get an update on the second goal for the Pictou County squad. Evan Marr picking up an assist there for the Pictou County team on the second goal from Pelly. I believe also McGrath might have touched it as well. As DeCoste now just out of his reach, he'll go forecheck Hampton. Boone picking up the assist along with Carter Beaton for the Wings. Avery back for the Pictou County squad. He'll play it over for Hampton. Up for James. He'll try to center. It's picked off at the blue line. Held in. Back onto the stick. Noseworthy trying to make his way through. He's tied up there. McGrath centers. James trying to work it out. Can't do so is Sheffer. Over for DeCoste. A shot there on it for Noseworthy, and that one found its way on net, but into the chest of Chasson. He'll hold on for the whistle. So Carter Beaton picking up an assist along with his defense partner, Riley Boone. And we're tied up at 2, folks. So a power play goal for each team and a full strength goal for each team has this game knotted up at 2 apiece. Into the neutral zone, Boone, who picked up an assist on the tying goal, will dump that puck in at center. It's turned over down low. Shudaroos looking for his third point in 2 shifts. As he'll work it down, trying to backhand wrap around. Here's a chance. Greer tipped on, a high stick there as Greer got a piece of it in front. And it just went wide. Christie, nice move to the outside. Here's Christie. He'll let a slap shot go and a blocker save by Chasson. It'll be picked up and pinned up on the wall by Baptiste, trying to play it for Pelly. Over to the far side to the point. It's held in, a shot there. Bouncing puck, loose, picked up on the wall. Backdoor play, kicked up top for Beaton. A shot there is blocked by MacArthur. Into the corner, Boone. He'll activate down low for Christie. Out in front, goes off the back of the net as he tried to center, as that one's going to get cleared out by Baptiste. Will it have enough legs for icing? Is slowing down, and the man out to play it there is it's left by Josh Hall. Boone up the wall. That one will have enough for icing, and it's going to be an icing call. Charge against the Pictou County, against the Cole Harbour Wings. It's going to be a Pictou County Crushers offensive zone draw, as they had a 2-1 lead at one point, or a 2-0 lead at one point, and now that has evaporated as we're back to a fresh slate here in the second period. Just under 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's a shot there. Blocker save as Hall had trouble finding the rebound, centered up to the point. Bailey has a goal in this game. He let a shot go and it's blocked by Nicholson off into the corner. Centered, turned over as Greenwood picked that off. He'll play it into the neutral zone. Gilbert, good forecheck there. He turns it over off of Bailey. Gilbert towards the net. onto the stick of Greenwood. As he fanned on that shot, it's turned back here the other way by Chisholm. Chisholm with a move around one. Chisholm, good speed. He'll protect to the outside and run into Nicholson. Good job by Nicholson just getting in the way and not laying the body down on him. As it's chipped back here, Greenwood's going to pressure. Avery back. He's going to try to avoid the pressure of Greenwood, who's going to chest flush out from behind the net. Good forecheck, good stick there by Greenwood. On the far side, Gilbert turns it over. It's going to be right back, though, for McGrath. And Pictou looks to escape some pressure here from the forecheck of the Wings as it's back up into the neutral zone. McDonald, good pick up there as he went through his feet. He'll wait. Now dump it in as Timmins forced to kind of delay a little bit on the entry. It's picked up and wheeled out off the skate of the man there on the cross-ice pass. Sheffer turned over to Janes. Janes trying to work it back in. Nicholson chipped up for Noseworthy. Noseworthy. And a good pinch up there by Avery. He'll work it back into the offensive zone. Avery at the line, poked for McGrath. McGrath pulls, trying to work it back down as it's Janes now. He'll find it. After all that confusion at the blue line, centered for Timmins off of her skate. Rebound loose, and it was still loose as the whistle gone as Timmins down there trying to bury home something in tight. We saw a few goals yesterday in that fashion of finding rebounds in tight and getting them up and elevated over top of the goalie. That time, Lucia Timmins unable to find the loose puck and get it elevated. It's going to result in an offensive zone draw, though, for her team. It's going to be Datis. He'll snap that puck back on the draw. It'll be work D to D here for Avery. Avery, a shot. It's blocked off. Down low, trying to work it out, and back here come the Wings. A good stick by Hampton. Keeps it alive, though, in the offensive zone. Glover pressured by Hampton on the end wall. Baptist in there to help out. Hampton on the turnover. Spins away from one. Hampton, nice move down below the goal line. Hampton on his backhand. Backhand wraparound attempt, trying to sneak it in the short side. Was unable to, as it's cleared back here to the point. Hampton once again able to hold the line. McGrath to the outside. Thought he got hooked up there. He'll center for Janes, trying to work it through. King below the goal line as the Pictou County squad on the heavy forecheck here. Center back to the point. Morrow lets a shot go. That one wide. King trying to clear it up to the point. Hampton steps in once again. That time it's chipped past him and back the other way. Here comes Sheffer. And a great back check by Battis. Turns that puck back over. Here's MacArthur. Gets it to the neutral zone. Boone's going to send it right back in deep. It's going to be the Wings forced to tag back up as Shudice kind of thought he was good to go, but he'll be forced to tag back up as that clearing attempt off the body. Here's Hampton. Up for Pelly. Pelly left it there for MacArthur. It's turned over, and Greer, he's got a goal in this game. We'll dump it back in deep. Power play goal for Greer. It's cleared up here for Timmins under her stick. It'll go back here. Quickly come the Wings. Shudice from Greer. Back door. Here's a chance. A chance for Christie. He'll try to bang it home, and the puck's still loose and blown dead again a little bit early as the puck was not under the glove of Chasson, and Christie with a couple chances in tight to try to give the Wings their first lead of the game was just unable, like I said, to get that puck up and elevated like we saw a few goals yesterday, coming in that fashion of driving the net, finding the rebound, and getting the puck up and over top of the goalie. It's going to result, like I said, for the Pictou County squad doing it on the last shift. It's going to result in an offensive zone draw, so not the worst thing to happen is Shudice back out there. He's sitting on 2 points in this game, a goal and an assist. He'll take it against Sam Pelly, who has the second goal for the Pictou County squad, as so does Shudice. As it's worked up the wall, stepping in, trying to keep it back into the offensive zone. There's Christie. He'll rim it around the wall for Greer. Greer down low behind the Pictou County net. He'll try to work it out. He goes down. MacArthur clearing attempt, bouncing puck. Bounces over the stick of Burke at the point. Into the neutral zone. Sent back in. Gonna have to wait to go back in on the attack as Shudice was tagging up. Here's Burke. Back in over the line though for the Wings. A shot there is blocked off. On the half wall. Spinning shot down low. Finds Christie out in front for Greer. Off of his skate and into the corner. Christie out in front. Bouncing puck off the side of the net as Marr hits the net, pops the puck up and plays it up the wall. It's played to the point though here for Burke. Burke, he'll let a slap shot go, tipped, and that one didn't find its way through to the net, and that one will be cleared by the County Crushers. as now the Wings with a good offensive zone time now is Shadice back in here on the forecheck, turns it over. Shadice centered under the stick of McKay for the County Crushers. It's followed up here by DeVorge. He'll skate it up through the neutral zone. DeVorge, good job by McKay to stay onside. DeVorge to the outside on his backhand. DeVorge lets a shot go. Rebound on the pad there as Timmins barrels down and she gets thrown to the ice as she goes in. Trying to find the rebound once again. She's all right. She'll hop back up to her feet. As Lucia Timmins, a hard-nosed player, and she's going to draw a call as to the box. Looks like it'll be Nicholson for the roughing call on Lucia Timmins. So now the Pictou County Crushers are going to head back to the power play. It's their third power play of the game. Shot there, fought off by Hall. McKay on the retrieval. Looks for an option. Try to slide it for a man sneaking in was Bailey from the point as McDonald cycles it down low for Chisholm. Chisholm in behind, trying to center. Glover, good defensive play. He'll knock that around the wall as Bailey down low off the glove of the man. That should have been a hand pass. Goes undetected. Here's a chance down low. Thought he was going to wrap it around. McDonald's going to spin down below the goal line. McDonald looks for an option. Backhand wraparound attempt. We've seen that a few times here from both teams as he'll play it over for Hampton. Hampton on the half wall. He's pressured, so he'll swing it up top, over top of the circles. Hampton works it, drops for Bailey. Bailey over for Chisholm. Chisholm looking for a lane. A shot there, steered away by the stick of Hall. Hampton off the half wall, into below the circle. A shot there. Hall saves it. Puck on the side of the net, played in behind. As a stick there lost of Hall. He'll have to go without the stick now as that centering pass is broken up, cleared out into the neutral zone. That'll allow Hall to retrieve his stick in behind the play. As Bailey's going to go all the way back behind his net. He'll wheel it up, send it up for Hampton. Quickly back in. He'll go one-on-one against Glover to the outside. Hampton stops up. Pressured by Noseworthy. He plays it off. Down low, Battis looks for an option. He'll play it down low. McGrath back for Battis. Oh, quick give and go play there. Dean clearing attempt. It's held in. Bailey's shot. That's blocked by Dean. Now that'll be cleared out by the Wings. Good job there on the block as Boone retrieved it and sends it all the way down. Bailey pressured out by Noseworthy. McGrath couldn't control that puck as it was up by his shoulders. Here's Beaton, has an assist in this one. Plays it over and gets it right back. Trying to kill off the last few seconds of the power play as a clearing attempt is held in. McGrath centered. Baptist picks up the loose puck in the slot. Baptist shoots. He scores as the power play expires. The Pictou County Crushers regain the lead here late in the second period on a fortunate bounce for Brett Baptist. And he has his squad up late here. Only 45 seconds remaining on the clock in the period, and a late goal for the Pictou County squad as the man advantage expired. The clearing attempt was held in. The puck bounced off a couple skates in the slot. Baptist finally follows it up and finds the back of the net as a good chance there as he's been all around the net in this game. As it's right back, here's Timmins on the attack. Centered out in front for Burke. Burke up for Sheffer. Sheffer off of his body. It's picked up and chipped. Here come the Wings. Back on the attack, trying to respond here late, but it's turned over. Pelly on the attack. No call on the play there. As Pelly thought he got tangled up and could have drawn a call there. As Timmins on the turnover, a shot blocked by Burke. 20 seconds remaining here on the clock. It's going to be worked up here through the neutral zone to the outside. Good job by Noseworthy to get a shot away, and it's held onto for a whistle by Chasson. Ten seconds remaining here. Offensive zone draw for the Wings. See if they can't tie this up here late in the period is going to be pinned up on the wall. And that'll just about do it here for the second. So after 2 periods of play, the Pictou County squad heads into the third period with a 1-goal lead after a late goal off the stick of Brett Baptist. And we will be back for the third period of action in about 15 minutes time here. You're watching the 2025-2026 Day of Champions from Toronto, Nova Scotia on High Button Sports. And welcome back, folks. Third period of action here, set to get underway between the Wings and the Crushers. I'm Lone Crothers with High Button Sports. Thanks for tuning in here, folks. There's a 3-2 lead for the Pictou County Crushers to start this period off. It's worked ahead by McDonald. It's turned back over into the neutral zone. Hampton controls. Quickly up ahead, trying to work it for Chisholm. It's out of his reach. He'll forecheck King. King up the wall for Greer, who has a goal in this game. He'll try to chip it in. It's turned over. McDonald controlling. Overhead. Under the reach there of McKay. Up the wall. McKay turns it over. Back in over the line. Has Chisholm with him. McKay to the outside. Protecting on the wall. He'll turn it over. Timmins off the bench getting into the action. Timmins towards the net. Trying to draw a call there. Thought she got hooked up with. As out come the Wings to the middle of the ice. It's turned over in the neutral zone. Avery back down low for Timmins. Timmins, she'll let a shot go. That one into the chest of Hall, who holds on for the whistle as Glover goes down. It's going to be a wet fall there for defenseman Zachary Glover. Never wanted to fall, especially in behind the net on the first shift. Pelly wins that drop back. Bailey, and a nice blocker save by Hall as Bailey got that shot through. He's got a goal in the game. He had the first goal of the game. As it's chipped back to the blue line. Controlled in the neutral zone. Quickly back up here for Timmins. Timmins trying to work it in deep. It's turned over. Here comes Pelly. A good back check here by him as he'll work it back in over the line. Pelly sitting on a goal. He'll spin it out front. And a good back check there by Dean to intercept that and work it up for Greenwood. Greenwood on the attack. He'll work it to the outside. On Reinald. Greenwood down below the goal line now. MacArthur will play it over. Out of the reach of everyone to the point. Boone cycles that back down deep. Bailey trying to clear it out. Is held in towards the net. A chance for the Wings, and it's broken up. And back here comes Bailey with some speed. Has numbers with him. Bailey, a shot off the end wall as he let that one go wide. Oh, and a big hit there by Bailey. And that's going to draw a call as he ran into the man behind the net. And that one is going to be we'll wait and see. But that one definitely knocked the wind out of the man there. Bailey to the box, beaten to the bench. He's frustrated. We'll see the call. 4 for head contact will be the call. As Owen Bailey in the box for the head contact call. It's going to be a 4-minute double minor. And it's going to be the second power play of the game for the Wings. And it's going to be the second and third because of the double minor. The officials having a quick word with the coaches down below us. Not quite sure what about. They got a double minor 4-minute head contact call. Definitely not suspension worthy, I don't think. Is beaten to the dressing room or down the tunnel to get a little bit of attention. Hopefully we see him return, as I think he mostly got the wind knocked out of him. I saw him trying to catch his breath. As the ref now will have a word with the Pictou coach before we get back to action. So a power play here as Dean's going to get sent on a little bit late. That'll make his centerman get kicked out. So in to take it will be Gilbert on the draw. It's one back by Pictou, and that'll be cleared all the way down. So a 4-minute double minor for head contact here to start the third period as the Cole Harbour Red Wings trail by 1, look to get back to a tied game and potentially take the lead. As it'll be Burke back in over the line. He'll let a slap shot go there. Shea Saw steered it into the corner. Picked up DeVorge, trying to clear it up the wall. Off the stick, and here's McDonald. 1-on-1 against Nicholson. McDonald on his forehand, beats him wide. McDonald shoots, and that one held on to by Hall into his chest for the whistle. What a chance. Shorthanded by number 6, Sam McDonald. just coming up a little bit short. A good save by Jaden Hall to make sure the puck stayed out of the back of the net as his team trails by 1 here in the third period. It's a power play for them as DeCoste will poke that puck up. Avery to it first. Avery takes his time and he'll make sure that goes all the way down. In behind the Cole Harbour net. It's sent up here through the middle. It's turned over. Good stick by McKay. Down for Chisholm. Chisholm trying to make a move off the wall. It's Chisholm down low. Pressure by Noseworthy. A stick knocked out of his hand, and that's going to be a call. And it's going to be some 4-on-4 action. There's a little bit of chirping going on between Glover and Chisholm. As Noseworthy to the box for the slash. Still just under 3 minutes you see there remaining on the power play, so it'll be 4-on-4 for a full 2 minutes and then an abbreviated 57-second power play for the Cole Harbour Wings. It's been the third penalty of the game there, the fourth penalty of the game, or fourth power play I should say, of the game for Pictou. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for them as Beaton will join his squad back on the bench. So good to see he's all right and back. Going to finish off this championship game as Shadice plays it over for King. King up through the middle for Christie. Christie back in here over the blue line. Christie to the outside. A shot there. Chasson had trouble with it as he'll hold on for the whistle. 11:39 now remaining here on the clock as you see some young fans here enjoying the Day of Champions. Wearing the Cole Harbour Red Wings jersey, maybe a brother, or maybe played for the Red Wings at a different level. As it is number 4 he's wearing, so maybe an AP jersey. As it's played over here for Pelly. 4-on-4, lots of ice out there for the young skaters. McGrath, a distance shot, and that one will be played dangerously there. It's over to the far side, trying to work it out was Carter Beaton. Back out on the ice after taking that hard hit from Owen Bailey. It's back the other way. Here come the Wings. Nice job and nice patience by Shadice trying to split through. Turns it over and back the other way. Here comes Pelly. Jaden Pelly walks it in. He'll let a distance shot go. That one wide. McGrath centered out in front for Pelly. Bouncing puck up in the air. Pelly waits for it to come down, trying to work it out in front. It's turned over, and that one's going to get sent down the middle of the ice. Will it be on net as it works its way down, and an icing call as it just glides by the net of goaltender Grayson Chasson. Face-off won by Pictou. They'll get cycled back in deep. 4-on-4 continuing here for another 35 seconds. Then it'll be about a minute power play for the Wings as it's skated up here over the blue line. And Burke will get there and dump it in deep as Avery trying to cut up through. Is unable to as he runs into the forecheck there. He sticks with it as Gilbert got beat there as that centering pass is going to go all the way down. And it's going to be an icing call charged against Pictou. 12 seconds remaining here on the 4-on-4. It's going to be an offensive zone draw here for the Cole Harbour Wings. They're going to send out Dean, Greenwood, Burke, and Nicholson for the back end. Timmins out with MacArthur, DeVorge, and Marr on the back end. Face-off pushed ahead by Timmins. MacArthur skates onto it. MacArthur to center, she'll chip and chase. MacArthur down low. Over top of the circles, tries to let a shot go, and now on a power play here for the Wings as that'll be sent in by Pictou. The Crushers looking to kill off this one as 45 seconds remaining here on the power play as the Pictou squad will turn to Lucia Timmins and MacArthur to try to kill this off, and an offside by the Wings. The line is going to stop play. We'll see if the two girls will stay out here trying to kill off the penalty for their squad. They will. So Lucia Timmins and Greta MacArthur out killing off a big power play for the Wings here as it's won back by Timmins and sent back to center ice. That one will get dumped all the way down in deep though. Pass to Vorge. DeVorge playing it up the wall. Bouncing puck at the point, held in by King. Christie makes a move to the middle. Turned over, and MacArthur, great job to get back and make a solid defensive play. She'll clear that down. Glover, 14 seconds now remaining here on the man advantage. Battis on the forecheck, trying to create havoc in there as he lifts the stick of Glover as him and Glover get tied up. Puck loose, pulled out. It's back to 5-on-5 we go as penalty expires here. Out of the box, it's going to be Bailey. In over the line, though, it's going to be Greer. Drops it off, skating onto it. It's Schutterice, shot there, blocked. Rebound, trying to work it through is Greer. He goes down, bodies all over the ice. In front of Grayson Chason, now back the other way. Here comes Avery. Avery cuts to the middle. He'll let a shot go. It's blocked. Rebound off the skate, still in the slot. Avery with a good chance, though, but it's broken up and chipped back here in the neutral zone by the Wings. It's going to be under the stick of Hampton. Sam Hampton makes a move through the middle. Across the Truro Bearcats tee, Hampton to the outside. Still with it, Hampton shot on, rebound loose, and it's picked up and carried out. Here come the Wings, 3-on-2 with a forward back as Pelly's going to pressure there on the entry to the outside. Noseworthy shoots, rebound. Clearing attempt goes into the corner. There's a shot there. Into the slot, DeCoste couldn't come up with the loose puck, and back here comes MacArthur through the neutral zone. Greta MacArthur's going to drive wide down low as she killed off the penalty, the later stages of the penalty from back and behind off the post. Rebound, and Hall not happy with the man with the shot there afterwards, and Hall got up and gave him a shot of his own. As got to be careful if you're Pictou not to have the players go in, especially defensemen, or the faceoff will come outside of the zone. But the shot goes from behind off a skate of, I think, one of the players in front, off the post in behind Josh Hall, who somehow was able to find it, keep it out of the back of his net, and he got a little extra shot there. He got up and he was fired up. He had a quick chat with the ref and the official. Now a chat with one of the assistant coaches on the bench. Not quite sure what it was he'd be talking to him about, but it definitely was not in the back of the net. It went off the post and directly back in behind of Joshua Hall, who he might not have known where the puck was, but it was under him and behind him. It'll be Pelly on the draw. He'll play it over for Timmins on the wall. Back up top, Bailey shot's blocked to the point. Reynolds shot there, a drive is going to be high off the glass. It's going to be picked up by Pelly. Jaden Pelly down low, centered out in front. Puck is still loose in the slot. It's going to be poked away by the Wings, and out there come. Through the neutral zone, Sheffer tied up by MacArthur, picked up. Noseworthy tied up. Great back check and a delayed call upcoming here as it's going to be a hooking call to MacArthur. And MacArthur to the box for the hook with 7:31 remaining on the clock. A power play upcoming here for the Wings, and a much needed one as they trail by one. Schutterice on the draw. He wins that over for Christie, looking for an option in front. Christie below the goal line. Good stick by Marr, knocks that off of his stick, and that one will be cleared by the Pictou County Crushers. That one was Battis, will get it down. Hall plays it for Burke. Burke to the wall. Pressured by McDonald, turns it over. Sam McDonald over top of the zone, walks in. He'll let a distance shot go. That one wide, hit the Canadian Tire sign just to the blocker side of goaltender Joshua Hall as his team looks to get back in on the attack. Christie through the neutral zone. He'll play it over to the far side. It'll be Marr back for the Pictou squad. He'll clear it up to the wall. Schutterice on the side. It's turned over. Janes up ahead, intercepted by Burke. Quickly back. Here's Christie and on the attack. Christie trying to split through. Christie, a shot, a rebound loose. That one in behind the net is Christie now. Turns it over, and the Pictou County Crushers trying to clear it out. Marr loses an edge. Marr trying to get it back, is maybe stepping on a lace or something, as that one cleared back off the stick of Nicholson into the neutral zone. It's going to trickle its way down into the defensive zone for the Wings as Burke. He'll snap that up the wall. Good job to get a stick on it was number 12, Matthew Greer. He's got a goal in this game. It's played up. Chisholm couldn't control. It's over at Glover in the neutral zone. Drags it back inside of his zone. Over for Gilbert. Gilbert quickly across ice. Nice movement here as it's over for Dean. Dean lets a shot go, and calmly holding on for a glove save is Grayson Chasson. .29 seconds remaining here on the power play for the Cole Harbour Red Wings as they look to try to tie this game back up. As a shot there goes off the glove. Rebound cleared out to the point. Another shot blocked by Hampton. Hampton drops it for McKay. He'll skate onto it. Now 2-on-2 backup ice has Chisholm. Dean on the back check. McKay mishandles that puck on the entry. Chip back into the neutral zone. Avery controls. Avery will dump that down as 10 seconds now remaining here on the man advantage. Glover behind his net. Up the wall for Dean. Bouncing puck. Chipped up ahead. Skating onto that with some speed. Heads up onto the box was MacArthur as Greenwood turns it over. And back here comes Avery. Greenwood all over him on the back check. Avery to the outside. A shot there is sent wide. And back here's DeCoste. DeCoste up ahead trying to find Dean as it's turned over. And Hampton back in on the attack. Hampton to the outside. A shot into the chest of Hall, who holds on for the whistle. As MacArthur goes down on the way to the net. Face off, looks like it's going to stay inside the zone, over to the glove hand side. No penalties or anything like that on the play, so they'll play on. It's going to be Pelly on the draw as it's pushed to the wall by Noseworthy. Shot there is blocked now. Here's his break for the Cole Harbour Wings. That one's going to go all the way down as Sheffer. Couldn't get enough on it to control it. Sheffer reversing up the wall. To the side, it's going to be to the point. Beaton is going to send it back in down low. Sheffer up to the point for Boone. Boone cycling it back down. Sheffer poked away from him. Onto the stick of Bailey. Bailey pressured there on the wall. He'll play it up into the neutral zone. Boone quickly back in over the line. Out of the reach of Noseworthy, who's going to pressure that as he'll get cleared past him into the neutral zone. It's turned over and back. Here comes Christie offside at the line as Christie. And I believe that was Owen Noseworthy offside there. It's going to stop play with 4:25 remaining on the clock here in the third period. A one-goal lead for the Pictou County squad. Face off in front of their bench, played to the wall right below them as it's back here for Nicholson. Nicholson for Burke. Intercepted by McGrath. He'll dump that puck in deep below the goal line. It's going to be Nicholson on the retrieval. Pressured out there by McGrath. A good forecheck as Jane's in there now on the second layer of support. To the point. A shot there and a good stick save by Hall. Steers that out of harm's way. Into the corner, McGrath trying to find Battis. Goes under his stick. Christie centers onto the stick of Greer, and here's Greer through the neutral zone. He'll chip and chase into the corner. Matthew Greer to it first. He gets pinched off on the end wall. Can't control it. Janes will move it up for McGrath. McGrath up through the neutral zone. Weaves his way in over the blue line. It'll be turned over. As Shadice will play it over to the far side. Burke chips it up ahead. Avery in the neutral zone. Avery looks over an option. He'll drop it back for Hampton. Hampton quickly up for Chisholm. Chisholm cuts to the middle. Chisholm with the lane. Chisholm to the net, and a shot there into the chest of Hall, who secures that for a whistle. Shots now 28-22 in favor of the Pictou County Crushers. Chisholm, offensive zone draw here, up by one, as it looks like it's going to be a timeout called by Pictou, as they'll talk things over here. I'll be back in 30 seconds time for the remainder of the period. And back for the remainder of the third period, 3:15 on the clock. A 1-goal lead for Pictou, and an offensive zone draw is won, though, by the Wings. To the point, not out, Chisholm. Oh, and a delayed offside call. That one was very late as Chisholm had worked his way in over the line, almost from the blue line, almost to the ringette line. And the linesman making the call on the offside. Off the draw, Shadice down the far side, centered. That one just in behind the intended target, Christie. He'll play that down in behind the net. Shadice trying to work it out. He takes a bump in behind the net as it's picked up. And that one chipped up to the point. Christie runs into the man there. It's into the neutral zone. Glover will play it over to the far side and quickly up ahead. Shadice chips it up for Noseworthy. Down on Avery. Noseworthy ties his man up as him and Avery get tangled up. Christie on the turnover. Finds Noseworthy. Sharp angle shot off the outside of the post. As the Wings look to answer back here and tie it up late in the period and in the game as they trail by 1. Man goes down. MacArthur comes out with the puck. MacArthur off the glass. Held in by Boone. He'll slap that around to the far side. It's going to be read by Avery. Almost overskated it. Chipped up, turned over. Shadice over top of the circles. Pulling, shooting. Fans on it as McDonald clears to the wall. Greer in on the attack. Still 5-on-5. Shadice centered out in front. Puck still loose. Clear back to the point. It's going to be held in. A shot there from distance is blocked by Avery. Puck is still bouncing around. It's going to be calmed down by McDonald. McDonald up through the middle. Chisholm with a move around 1 to the outside. Chisholm, good stick lift there by Boone, and too many men on the ice. It's going to be charged against the Pictou County Crushers. With 1:42 remaining on the clock here in the period, the Pictou County Crushers are going to head down a man, and the Wings with a chance to tie it up. McGrath to the box with too many men. It looks like it might be a 6-on-4 as Hall into the bench for the Cole Harbour Wings. We'll see if they call their timeout, as doesn't look like the Pictou coach agrees with the too many men call. And a timeout is going to be called by the Cole Harbour Wings. And I will be back here in 30 seconds time for the remainder of the period. Minute 42 remaining on the clock. Can the Wings tie it up? 6-on-4 action. Here on the draw, it's going to be Pelly. Into the corner, Christie controls for the Wings. Christie wraparound attempt, denied. It's back to the point. Burke shot. He scores! Burke on the slap shot, deflects on its way through, and the Cole Harbour Wings tie it up at 3 with 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining on the clock. Jaden Hall, a big hug there for his buddy, Nash Burke. And the Cole Harbour Wings come back once again and tie it up here late in the third period. What a game this one's been so far. Back and forth action on both ends of the ice. And we have ourselves a fresh game with only 1.5 minutes or so remaining on the clock. It's chipped into the Pictou zone. It's going to be Bailey up the ice. Timmins, good job to get her stick on it. Is Burke now with the tying goal. He'll chip it up the wall for DeCoste. DeCoste over to the far side for Sheffer. So Greer will pick up an assist as here's Pelly. Down low on Burke. So Matthew Greer picking up an assist. Couldn't quite hear who got the other one, as it was assisted by 2 players. As here's Bailey up for Timmins. 45 seconds now remaining here on the clock in the third period. Noseworthy will chip that into the zone. Bailey will control it. He'll move it D to D. Is looking up ice. Onto the stick, almost turned over there. As trying to stretch it out was Reinhold. Down low for Battis. He'll take his time below the net. He's flushed out by the wings. Battis will clear that over to the short side. It'll be played up here for McDonald to the middle. Battis pressured from behind on Nicholson. Battis centered out in front. It's turned over, and Christie back the other way. 15 seconds. One last rush up the ice for the Wings. Christie, he'll take it wide. Look for an option. Christie shoots. He scores! Lewis Christie gives the Cole Harbour Wings their first lead of the game with only 6.2 seconds remaining on the clock. What a period it's been for the Cole Harbour Red Wings to bring it back and tie this game. And now, very late in the period, the Cole Harbour Red Wings tying this one and then taking the lead. 4-3 the score, 6.2 seconds left. Pelly's gonna have to push it forward and go as puck drop, time clicked down. As they'll have to add some time back onto the clock. Or hold the clock for a couple seconds. Janes on the draw, pushed up ahead. Sugar Ice will chip it back into the Pictou zone, and the Cole Harbour Wings complete the comeback, and they'll win the U13AA championship by a score of 4-3 on a big comeback victory by the Cole Harbour Red Wings. What a game for both teams. Congratulations to the Red Wings as they are your 2025-2026 Day of Champions at the U13AA division on a massive comeback win in the third period. That'll do it for me for High Button Sports. I'm Lone Carruthers. I'll leave you with the visual and the audio of the game. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stick around. More action coming to you live from Truro all day. But that'll do it for me, folks. Thank you and have a good one.